Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch amidst the shadowed mesas of eastern Utah, where the wind whispers secrets of the ancient and the earth bears the scars of time, lies a mysterious expanse known as Blind Frog Ranch. Its very name echoes with local legends, tales of lost Spanish conquistadors, cursed treasure, and gold that has evaded the reach of man for centuries. And now, a new chapter unfolds in this treacherous saga, a high-stakes quest for concealed gold, wrapped in enigma, obsession, and peril. From the outside, Blind Frog Ranch is just another rugged swath of wilderness minus 120 acres of fractured rock, thick brush, and hidden caverns. But below its surface pulses something different, something that has drawn modern treasure hunters, cryptic scholars, and skeptics alike. The landscape resists intrusion. Every dig seems to awaken something older, more calculating. What begins as a hunt for gold becomes a descent into mystery, where the very laws of logic and geology twist into shadows. The team, equipped with state-of-the-art excavation gear and an obsession sharpened by months of research, descends on the ranch with silent determination. There are no speeches, only action. Drills bore into bedrock. Ground-penetrating radar scans the depths. The earth is interrogated inch by inch. Layers of soil peel away, revealing strange anomalies. Old wooden timbers, oxidized metal fragments, even sealed stone boxes. These aren't mere geological formations. They're markers. Signposts left behind by those who buried something they never intended to be found. What binds this expedition together is more than curiosity, it's risk. The ranch has already consumed thousands of dollars in exploration costs, but the team presses on. They are racing not only against nature, but against time. Competing interests circle like vultures. The land itself fights back. Sinkholes open unexpectedly, shafts collapse without warning, and electronic equipment behaves erratically near certain rock formations. Strange electromagnetic readings interfere with drones and cameras. Geiger counters spike in inexplicable rhythms. It's as if the land itself holds a memory and a will. Amid the cryptic phenomena, patterns emerge. Ancient maps from Spanish missionaries hint at a region called Cueva del Oro Maldito, the Cave of Cursed Gold. The area described aligns eerily with the topography of Blind Frog Ranch. Not far from the dig site, an underground water system flows beneath the rock, cold, dark, and fiercely protective of its secrets. It's in these subterranean veins that the most tantalizing clues lie. Divers descend into the flooded tunnels, tethered by ropes and limited by visibility. The water is freezing, the currents unpredictable, but the silence is revealing. In one chamber, a stone wall is discovered, carved with petroglyphs not attributed to any local indigenous tribes. Symbols resembling both Aztec and Old World origins appear side by side. It's a convergence of two timelines that shouldn't meet, yet here they do, silently reinforcing the theory of a Spanish expedition centuries ago hiding gold beneath this very ground. Artifacts begin to surface. A broken sword hilt, Spanish in design, embedded in silt. A silver coin marked with the crest of the Habsburg dynasty. These aren't fabrications. They're authenticated pieces of a larger puzzle. Each find adds weight to the legend, deepens the mystery, and intensifies the obsession. But not all discoveries bring clarity. A vault-like structure is uncovered 30 feet below the surface. It's not natural. Massive, interlocked stone slabs form an octagonal seal, reinforced with what appears to be pitch or tar. The material tests show age beyond 300 years. When they attempt to breach it, nothing yields. Explosives, hydraulic rams, even plasma cutters fail to crack its defenses. It's as if the vault was designed not just to protect what's inside, but to prevent any access altogether. That's when the anomalies escalate. Seismic readings begin showing rhythmic pulses beneath the vault, like a heartbeat. Magnetic fields spike without warning. Cameras placed in the tunnels short out or capture blank static during key moments. One night, infrared footage reveals a flicker of movement, something humanoid but impossibly fast, slipping through a tunnel too narrow for a man. The team reviews the footage obsessively, but can't explain it. The rationale begins to unravel. Beyond the physical dangers, a psychological weight grows. Sleep becomes rare among the crew. Some begin reporting vivid dreams of fire and gold, of drowning in ink-black water, of being watched by unseen eyes. A veteran geologist abandons the site without warning, leaving behind a scrolled notebook filled with fragmented sentences and chaotic sketches of eyes, labyrinths, and serpents. It's not paranoia. It's something more ancient clawing its way to the surface of the human mind. Breakthrough comes not from machinery, but from folklore. A local historian, poring through Spanish missionary journals stored in a Salt Lake monastery, uncovers a passage referencing La Caja del Olvido, the box of forgetting. It was said to contain not just gold, but knowledge, a dangerous kind that was meant to remain buried. The friars believed it was cursed, not merely metaphorically, but physically. Those who found it suffered madness, betrayal, or death. It was buried deep within the ground and sealed with symbols designed to ward off both the curious and the wicked. That box, the team now believes, lies behind the impenetrable vault. The quest escalates into obsession. Time stretches. Funds dwindle. Equipment fails. Some crew members leave. Others double down. What began as a search for gold has become an existential mission, a need to know whether the myths are real, whether human history has a missing chapter written beneath the clay and stone of Utah's Badlands. One final push is made. A custom boring ray is brought in, capable of precision drilling without disturbing surrounding structures. The team targets the center of the octagonal vault, not to shatter it, but to infiltrate it silently. As the drill penetrates, a hiss of pressure escapes, and a strange black vapor seeps out, then dissipates instantly. A borescope is inserted into the narrow tunnel. What it reveals is not piles of coins or bars of gold, but something stranger. The chamber is lined with reflective panels, gold, perhaps, but etched with patterns not easily identifiable. Symbols pulse faintly as if reacting to light. At the center lies a stone pedestal, atop which sits a cube, perfectly black, absorbing all light. Not reflective, not metallic, not any known material. The sight of it induces a visceral reaction, an unspoken feeling of awe, fear, and profound discomfort. The borescope cuts out. A storm rolls in that evening, sudden and violent. The wind screams through the canyons. Tents are torn from the ground. The earth trembles, not from weather, but from something deeper. The vault remains sealed, untouched. The drill is found twisted, warped beyond recognition, as if by heat or force that defies explanation. The team retreats, not in defeat, but in acknowledgement. Some doors aren't meant to open. Some gold isn't treasure, it's a warning. Blind Frog Ranch holds its secrets tightly. The concealed gold may yet exist, buried beneath rock, water, and time, but whether it is wealth, knowledge, or curse is no longer certain. What remains undeniable is the enigma, an ever-deepening puzzle etched into the bones of the earth. And those who dare chase it must ask themselves not just what they seek, but what might be unleashed when they find it. In the rugged Badlands of eastern Utah, where time weathers the stone and legends cling to the landscape like dust on desert boots, A peculiar piece of land sits in the shadow of the Uinta Mountains. It's a place known as Blind Frog Ranch, minus 120 acres of tangled terrain, waterlogged tunnels, and whispered curses. For generations, it remained untouched, spoken of only in low tones by locals who claimed it was better left alone. But something buried within its core had started calling again, and some were ready to listen. The mission began as a straightforward search: locate and extract rumored Spanish gold, hidden centuries ago by explorers who vanished without a trace. Yet, as the team began their descent into the unpredictable geology of Blind Frog Ranch, it became clear they weren't merely unearthing treasure. They were awakening a mystery. The landscape is unkind to seekers. The soil resists machines. The weather turns with little warning. Rivers flood when they should dry. Caverns collapse at the edge of discovery. Technology, despite its precision, begins to falter. GPS systems misfire. Magnetic compasses spin with confusion. Cameras shut off just as anomalies occur. The ranch has an intelligence all its own, and it does not welcome intrusion. Early efforts focus on the underground water system, an aquifer-fed network of caves and passageways that spans beneath the ranch. Local legends say the gold was hidden in a submerged vault, sealed to protect it from both man and time. Divers enter the waterlogged tunnels, dragging cables, sonar equipment, and oxygen tanks into the muck. The water is dark and cold, a liquid silence that swallows sound and light alike. In these depths, walls shift. Stone groans. Something ancient lies dormant. As the days pass, discoveries emerge slowly and unevenly. First, the relics: rusted chains of Spanish design, carved wooden beams not native to the region, fragments of armor that date back to the 16th century. Then, the inscriptions: mysterious symbols etched in stone, some resembling Old World script, others bearing